today because I went out of town. Went went up to Nevada City with a friend, and so we went out to Nevada City, went to Food and Juice, and got the wonderful vegetarian. Um, oh, it was so good. And so the title today is about staying on your path. Staying on your path. Staying on a path. And today, from the African spiritual teacher, I cannot say her name to save my life. She's just a beautiful teacher, and I really like her teaching. Um, so she did a teaching about, we are in Ma'at season now. It started. So I just like listening to all the wonderful things she says about it. And it was kind of funny when she was talking. I was kind of having some interesting things that were happening. And as she was talking, I was just like, oh my gosh. Hold on one second. I'm missing something. So I just remember saying to myself, I said, wow, this is really cool. I really, really like this. So and the trip was wonderful. Um, it was kind of, I went up there. So for 3 days, I kept having this energy. I kept saying, I want a system, and I would like to have a tambourine because every time when I watch Priestess Aset um, she always says, you guys need to get yourself a tambourine. You need to get this, a sistrum. And I was like, yeah, I need to have that. And every time she'd come on, she would say it. And I was like, I got my rattle, I got my ocean drum, I got my drum, I got my, my other little rattles. I have my, my rain rattles. I have that. And I have my big drums. I love my big drums. One day I'm going to get me a taiko drum, the Japanese ones. Oh my gosh. I don't even have to buy it. I would just love to just play on one. I would just love to just be invited to just boom, strike on it. Oh my gosh. Well, let's manifest that right now. One day I'm going to be invited to go to Japan, and I'm going to be invited to strike the taiko drum, and maybe even be gifted one for my center, for what I want to build, my beautiful retreat center, for the healing of humanity, for bringing in healing for humanity, and for the children, for the animals, removing all that trauma, moving up things through the timelines, like galactic spiral light therapy. God! And it's just like that, isn't it? We should just think of, right now we're in that vortex energy that's consciously being created. Notice how I said consciously being created, of the going into the Lion's Gate, going into that energy. But we have to be fair because we don't know what really the year is. And Lemurian, we're in December, and you know, it's like, okay, we can't go by everything on Gregorian, but we can energetically use it to our advantage to still create, because we are part of Creator, and Creator is a part of us. Therefore, there's no separation, which brings me to this, lovelies. When we talk about staying on your path. So I kept getting that pull and I said, I guess I need to go to Nevada City. And I was like, yeah, I need to go up to Nevada City. Okay. So then my friend calls me yesterday. She says, hey, I'm going to be out and about on Saturday and I'm going to go to Nevada City. And would you like to go to Food and Juice and go to Nevada City? You guys like to go? And I said, yeah, call me in the morning. So I called her this morning and I said, yeah, you know what? That sounds really good. Let's go. So we went out and it was crowded. There was people all over the place and we forgot about it was farmers market and oh my goodness. But it was so funny because there was something that Erin Lyons was saying today and I really liked what she was saying about how we co-create our our realities and we do. So what if I were to tell you and encourage you the same way that Erin has encouraged everybody about staying in this vortex of your creation? And it made sense what she was saying because she really talked about how she's not involved in all the political stuff. She's not getting wrapped up in that. She's aware of what's going on, but she's not tied into it. And I said, yeah, I'm aware of what's going on. I'm not tied into it. So it puts you in this perspective to just create and keep creating your timeline no matter what's going on. Here's the beauty of it. When you create your own timeline and no matter what's going on, this is why we get some people that say, oh, did that happen? I didn't know that happened. You don't hear about it because it's not a part of your timeline. You didn't feel it, you weren't a part of the timeline, you didn't experience the energy from it. So when you're co-creating your own space and you're doing that, it's not a part of your timeline. So what if we just say, you know what, I'm just not going to participate or consent to anything that deals with fighting amongst each other and wars and going out and ripping up anything because this and this happened. That is not a part of my timeline. I choose not to consent to it. I choose not to consent to those lower energies that are being destructive. I'm not doing that. When we keep saying that enough, it just keeps putting this imprinted energy out there of you not being a part of the timeline because you're literally telling the universe, that's not my timeline. I don't consent to that. I'm consenting to what I came here to do on my path and to stay true to it. And that's why I was just saying, don't give up because of things that you might see that would make you feel like you want to give up. Don't give up. Don't throw the towel in. Don't say, oh, there's no use, it's over. No, it is over for them. It's not over for you. What timeline are you on? This is so important right now. And this is what I call divine timeline magic. I'm in my divine timeline magic. And that's how it is. I claim it. I say, ooh, I got goosebumps. Ooh, ooh. Okay, everybody. It's timeline magic time. Ta-da. So get in your timeline magic time. There's stuff going on. You're like, not a part of my timeline. I'm not signing up for that. I don't consent to that energy. It's low vibe. It's not in line with divine a creator. I'm connected into creator. Nope. 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 So we have to become these beautiful divine wizards of timeline magic. We're going to stick with that. I love how that just dropped in and it was like timeline magic. So we're going to shift into that because in timeline magic, what is that bringing? What does that bring to us? Quantum jumping. What does that bring to us? A higher timeline, a higher vibration. What does that bring to you? Inspiration. What does that bring to you? New insight, new perspective. What does that bring to you? It brings in a self-governing higher form of yourself to not be in the energy of what is breaking down. It brings you into more of that higher frequency to stay in that energy of creation, of what you're creating, staying on your path. So when you stay on your path, you stay on your path. So let me get back to the story. So we go there, and I gotta get me a tambourine. I want a tambourine, but I really wish I could find a sistrum. I want a sistrum. And I went online and I looked at some on Amazon, and they were like 200, some were 300, some were, they were really pricey. They were all really super like brass metals and stuff like that. And I said, I want it traditionally made. I just said that in my mind. That's all I said. I don't know that much about them. So I just said that in my mind. I just said it like that and left it. So we were walking around, and we went into this one shop because I am still looking for my crystal quartz ring. I wanted to make my own, but I found myself being a little bit challenged trying to do it. And I was like, this is not going to work out quite the way I want it to. I might have to find someone that can design my ring the way I want it. It has to be adjustable. Because I swell, and then I get real thin, and I swell, and in with the water, out with the water, in with the water, out with the water. I don't know what my body's doing. It's in and out, in and out. That's all I know. So I'm like, what the hell? So I'm just putting it out there. Someone has to design the quartz rings for me with copper. It has to have copper. Silver's good. Brass is even better. You know what? I might as well put it out there. I want one with copper. I want one with brass. I want one with silver. And I'm talking about, when I say a quartz ring, I'm talking about sorry, sisters, let me borrow this. A beautiful piece of quartz like this in a ring facet, but a little bit smaller, not too small. I don't want it like those little dainty little ring. No, I want a big piece of quartz that can sit here, and it's not too big. Okay, kind of like, let me see. Here we go. About this size. There you go. Yeah, because being a priestess, I'm all about that fits just lovely. And then I can put it over there. A little bit slender. Yeah. Something that has that galactic priestess shabalabaduba. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for. So I haven't found it yet. And I haven't found anybody in the group that was out in the thing making it and what have you, blah blah blah. I haven't found it yet. So I said, okay. So we're walking around, and I said, all I kept hearing is, just go to Nevada City, they'll be there. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, we'll go to Nevada City. And all I kept saying, we gotta go to that shop, the indigenous shop that's down in the corner, the one that has all the different things from India and Africa. We gotta go to that shop. She's like, yeah. So we go to this other shop that has the big bulky ring things and jewelry, but it still wasn't what I was looking for. But as I'm walking around, I see this, and I was just like, oh, shaka moomba. I said, yeah, I want this. And this is jasmine and oud, manifestation incense stick and burner. And this is a metal, like brass piece to put your incense in to burn. And I was just like, that is so beautiful. I was just like, oh my gosh, that's the goddess. And I said, oh, hell yeah. And I went up to the guy, and the guy's like, did you find what you're looking for? And I said, of course I did. Don't be silly. It has my name all over it. He goes, yes, it does. So he rings me up. And I was just like, God, I love anything with oud. I don't know if you know about oud, but This is the first time I'm smelling it. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my divine goddess. Look at that. In my way. Oh, that just smells so good. What do? Oh my goodness. And this, now, I would be very creative. I would probably burn, but I would end up turning this into a medallion because it's that pretty. And it's brass on top of it. I'm like, shut the front door? What? So I fell in love with that. We go walking around a little more. Then we went to the cacao place, and I didn't see anything in the cacao place, but I come out and I see these big, beautiful red flowers. Just, I was just like, I stopped dead in my tracks, and I'm like, oh my God, these flowers are so beautiful. It was like they were pulling on me, and I was just like, these flowers are so gorgeous. These flowers are beautiful. And the lady was out in the front. She's clipping and everything, you know. And we go, what flowers are these? They're so beautiful. She goes, those are hibiscus flowers. I said, shut up. So the thumbnail of the flower is a hibiscus flower. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Those flowers were so radiant. The vibration was coming off of them like nobody's business. Hold on a second. I got something I want to share with all of you. Hold on. Let me bring something out. Hold on. I got to go into the magic room. Hold on. I know. Flower essences. Let's look up something. Let's look it up. I think it's in here for sure. Because it was just stunning. I mean, vibrant. And everything up there, like even the sunflowers were just big and gorgeous and vibrant. And I was just like, what is going on up here in Nevada City? Everything is so big and gorgeous and beautiful. I mean, it was just beautiful. Let's see. Da, 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 da. I mean, the energy that was coming off of those flowers were so pulling. I was just like, what is that? I mean, it was almost like I was just hypnotized by them. Let's see. You know me, I'm always looking for something. Hibiscus is in here. Ta-da! It's in here. Okay. So the flower hibiscus, positive warmth and responsiveness in female sexuality, integration of soul warmth and bodily passion. I was like, whoa, because those flowers were so beautiful. I was just like, holy Cholito, they feel so beautiful to me. And it's all about it works with desires. If there is the female consciousness, the groundedness, vitality, warmth, it helps to bring up the energy if you have a lower self, or it works with menopause, rejuvenation, works on the repression if there's things that's being repressed. It said one of the most tragic assaults to the soul dignity of a woman is exploitation and commercialization of the female sexuality. So the hibiscus essence helps women to reclaim their sexuality and restore the soul force with vitality and authenticity. It can aid many women who have been sexually traumatized and is also generally beneficial for all modern women who have unconsciously absorbed media images and other stereotypes of dehumanized sexuality. This remedy is sometimes also indicated for men who need to develop a stronger relationship to feminine warmth and positive sexuality. Hibiscus creates flowing warmth throughout the body and soul, especially healing in sexuality. So the hibiscus flower is that beautiful, passionate red, is that life force. So I am not a doctor, I'm not prescribing. YouTube, don't get your panties in a bunch. Blah 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 blah. But I'm literally talking about the beautiful, how big and pretty. I've never seen a hibiscus flower that big. I kid you not. That flower was like this big, opened up, radiating, and you could see, like for me, when I was looking at it, you could see these essence of energetic light coming off of it. And I was like, holy cow, the flower's putting out a code. And I was like, my goodness. Then there was another flower that we saw, and I think it was Dantian. Um, it was another one that it was this beautiful yellow, soft and beautiful yellowish. It was just, it almost looked like a chrysanthemum flower, but it was not. It was just gorgeous. So I took a picture of that one. So I'll use that for another thumbnail sometime this week. But oh my goodness, I was just floored with that. So we go walking through. We're doing our walk and everything. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go down. We went to a couple other places. We went into this crystal place and really liked it. And I said, wow, I like the way this is set up. It's like old school crystal place, not so commercialized. It's like, take a look and see what jumps out at you type of crystal place. And I was like, okay, cool. So we're looking in there, and then we walk around some more. We cut through the farmer's market, and then we go up towards the back area. And I said, well, let's go to that soul store area. Let's go over there. She didn't have anything, didn't have the ring type of thing. She had some stuff. She goes, I'm sorry, I got this one. I said, no, has to be a certain thing. I'm looking for a certain kind of ring. It's coming. It's on its way. It's coming, but that's not the ring. And she goes, okay, sorry. So I said, oh, no, sorry. I'm just creating it. So we go, and then we come to the tribal place, and we go in, and then she goes, welcome. And then I go, I'm looking for tambourines. And she goes, oh, they just came in just the other day. I go, huh? She goes, yeah, right there, all new. Okay. And it kind of blew my mind because the ones that I was looking at on Amazon, she had them there. And I'm glad, because I don't buy things like that. I have to touch it and feel it and hear it, because there's certain frequencies that things make. So I was really kind of like hesitant about buying it. And I was like, I don't know what I want to do. So I'm picking them up, and I said, oh yeah, I saw this one on Amazon. And I listen, I go, oh, I'm glad. Oh no, that's not it. And then my friend says, oh, but look at these. And I was like, what? That's what I've been looking for. And she goes, really? I was like, yeah. I was looking for it, and I was like, okay. And I said, okay, I really like that. So this is a wooden one, and this one was made in Guyana. So I was just like, oh. And I was like, yeah, it has that vibration to it. And I said, okay. And I like the fact that it has the 3, because I was looking for that. And it's hand wrapped and everything. And I said, oh my God, I love this. So I said, perfect. And then I found the tambourine. And I was like, And the lady was liking me. So she goes, obviously you found your tambourine. And go, oh. So I got the smaller one instead of the bigger one because for some reason the smaller one has a little something something with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I was like, oh, I'm going to be tearing up the vibration all over the place. I can just see myself as anything gets out of control. I'd be like, you shall not pass. I think this should be the new tool. I'm really having way too much fun with this. So I was so happy. I said, oh my gosh, I just want it. And I said, yes, I want this. Because when I picked this up, it was the weirdest thing. Like something happened. Like all of a sudden I wasn't in a store. I felt like I was in a pyramid. And it happened so quick. I was like, you know that scene in The Mummy where she turns the thing and she's like, she's going like this and it's like it keeps changing. I was like, what the hell? And I go, it's this one. Because I had like 4 of them in my hands, two smaller ones and then this size. And the 2 smaller ones, I was like, no, it's not that. And then I had another big size one I was listening. Then I picked this one up and I was like, yeah, it's this one. And then it was like, what? It's this one. So I was so happy that I finally found them because I wanted that new vibration. So this one, because it has the 3 on it, and then this one, when you look at it, I guess I'm really getting ready for August because this has the 4, and then it has, so it's a total of 8 on here. Yeah, how do you like me now? So, I'm just really dangerous when it comes to drums, rattles, anything like that makes sound, because I just go off into an entirely different place. But it's just something about the tambourine. And you know what? Thank you, Priestess Asa. Thank you, Priestess Asa. Ra, Ra. Thank you. Because she kept talking about it. And I kept saying, oh yeah, one day I'll get one. And then the last time she did her teaching, she brought it out and she was talking about it and she had her system and she was doing her thing and she said, you gotta get it out because we're in spiritual warfare and we're not taking this crap. And she was like, just, she was doing her thing. I just love the way she does that. She's so freaking fucking amazing, powerful. God, I love her. Yeah, don't fuck with her. She will make you see every part of yourself, forward and reverse, from the past all the way to the present to the future, and then slam you back into the past, all the way back to when you thought you were going to be created. That's what she'll point out to you. There you go. Yeah, don't mess with her. She's just badass. But I finally just said, she's right. I need to get that. So I went ahead and got that, and I felt really happy. And it was like, that's that part of that listening. When Spirit tells you to go here, go there, go do this. That's that part of that listening. And it just kept flashing that specific place. And I kept saying, well, maybe I should just order it on. But it was like, no. Maybe I should just go to a drum place and go look. No, it just kept showing me that. Go there. And I said, okay, fine. So I go there, and then lo and behold, and very reasonable price, very reasonable. And I was just like, no. That was interesting because they had this for $13 and this for $13. And I was like, shut up. Now it's come. 13 for reals. For reals. Like the young people like to say, for reals. So I was just like, ooh. So I was really happy about that. So the whole thing about this is stay on your path. Even though if you feel like craziness is going on, it doesn't matter. You have to make the conscious decision. Are you a part of that timeline? Or are you part of your timeline that you're creating? Okay? That's what we're in now because that's the key. You're the key to your own reality of what you are consenting to. There we go. Consenting to experiencing. What are you consenting to? You know, when you take your energy there and you're in that space, you're consenting to that energy. So if you're not consenting to that energy, then you're over here in your creative space, creating your world the way you see it. And that's where all of us have to be. We have to drop down into that that beautiful divine timeline magic and drop into that and create from there and stay in that. You stay in it to win it. It is none of this, you're going to just do it for so long and oh, it's not working and you just give up. If you got blood and pain in the game into it and you got a lot in it, stay in it because it's yours to do. If it wasn't yours to do, it wouldn't have showed up in front of you in the first place. It wouldn't have been an inspiration. It wouldn't have been the ideal to do it. It's yours to do. No one else can do it. You're going to be the one to do it because it's yours to do. So that's what it's all about, staying on the path. So today, with it being a wave spell, we're talking about the yellow Renaissance sun. I channel in order to enlighten, inspiring light. I seal the matrix of the universe fire with the radiance of tone of attunement. I am guided by the power of free will. I am galactic activation portal enter me. So this is that yellow, the Pluto, the crown, the polar. And then we drop down into the message. And it says the sun is the coordinating consciousness and the mind of the solar system. The ancient Mayans were attuned to and in resonance with the solar consciousness. So here's the thing. Yes, we have the solar consciousness, but I am feeling also with the star energy how yet again, now this was trippy. Okay, so I woke up at 4:15. All right. I go to the window, I look out, I see the same stars. But what's different? The fucking moon was there. And I'm like, wait a minute. Where the hell did you come from? Because even if it would have been 4:30, I still should have been able to see the moon somewhere the other day. There was no moon. Then all of a sudden, here's the moon sitting right there. I said, where the hell did you come from? Why are you sitting right there right now? Is it because I said I like the fact that I could see the stars? I saw so many stars out that I normally don't see. And then I made that consciousness and I put it out there. And the next thing I know, I come back and check and the freaking moon is sitting there. Are you kidding me right now? Really? And I'm just like, where'd you come from? Just share it with me. Where'd your moon butt come from? Because you weren't there the other day when I looked out there at 4:30. There's not that much of a difference of 15 minutes. Where did you, I should have been able to see you somewhere. You were nowhere to be seen. And then there you are right there. So I was a little complex about it. So I'm looking at it and I said, okay. So I traced my fingers to the ones that I could see and then I dotted the other one. And I just put my hand there. And when you do that and trace that, and then you just close your eyes, you move into that space. And I was like, whoa, this is cool. Never felt that before. I'm like, Oh, there's just something really going on here. This is really cool. So that energy was definitely present. And I thought it was really interesting. And I'm going to read a little more about this. So if you are finding yourself drawn to hibiscus, just know it is doing a healing on you, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it is something that currently just happened in your life in this lifetime. It could be working on something from a past lifetime or working on something that's generational. So here it says, open your rays of light and expand them. The function is life. The action is the to illuminate, and the power is the unified fire, living from the spirit of the universal heart. The creator lives in you, and you live within the creator. Forgive, release, love all the beings, all creation unconditionally. So that's that energy of loving unconditionally. So I found that really interesting. And I'm looking at the rune that's on the signature. And I have not found that particular rune. I have to do some research. It might be in a different angle. Maybe it is that one. I'm going to do some research on it. Because on the laptop one, you have research pages that you can go in and take a look at when you're seeing the symbols of the runes and stuff. And then how the PSI with the crossing energy of that is. This one just goes more in depth. And then it shows you the root activation of that energy, what you're working with, the root chakra. And it just gives you the layout. So it's pretty much like this huge study guide of info that you are galactically in tune with. So I found that to be really cool, but I just wanted to share that with all of you about the tambourine. So what I'm pretty much going to do with this one's going to get a little bit of wrapping of copper on it. And then this one is going to get some symbols on it. So because when I put symbols on things, I sit with that, it'll start to imprint out that energy of what I'm doing that with. So I thought that was really kind of cool. So let's dive into something else. And let's take a look at the heaven and earth energy of the reads. Some of the readings have been really interesting message wise. We're going to do, once again, Jaguar, hey! I think I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Hope everything's good for you. So, I think everybody should really invest in a tambourine or a sistrum. You have your rattles. Some of your rattles, depending on what your medicine is and what you're walking with, that's what you're using your rattles for. Like a lot of my rattles are for the healing work when I'm doing something, healing on someone, or if I'm working in the cosmos and working with spinning out an energy of something that needs to be reset and on a conscious level. But yeah, everyone should really think about getting these because they have a vibration for what I call those lower energy beings, because we're in spiritual warfare. And one of the things lower vibrational beings do not like, they don't like bells, they don't like rattles, they sure to hell don't like drums, and they don't like anything like this. It totally sets them off, it makes them leave. So if you're really having issues keeping your space clear at home, has no problem, grab one of those and start going through your home, breaking up that energy. And they will leave because they don't like that frequency. They don't like it. And it's good. You don't hang out in a divine being's place. You don't like that frequency. Get the hell out. That's how I see it. So you're not supposed to be there anyway. Why are you going to be in somebody's space trying to wreak havoc with their sanctuary? That's their space. You're not welcome there. Get out. So just everybody, you're just going to have to be a little bit more, you're going to have to really just be a little bit more precise in your boundaries with your space, because your home is your sanctuary, and there are just some lower vibrational beings that want to come in and wreak havoc because they think they can come in and just do that. No, no, I don't consent to you. I don't consent to your energy. Get the hell out. So you just tell it. So we're just going to take a quick look at the consciousness energy where we are right now with this beautiful portal energy in the new galactic vibration. Where is it? Here it is. Ah! And also when I was up there, of course, when I go to Food and Juice, they make the best brownies in the world. And then today the lady says, oh, they were freshly made this morning. And when she gave me the brownie, it was still warm. I said, shut up. She goes, girl, yes, they were just made tomorrow. I said, oh my God. So, yes, we are feeling, this is where we need to be right now. This is us bringing in that energy, how we're moving into that higher frequency of the self here, okay? So this is why some of you are going to be feeling kind of like, oh my God, what is wrong with me? My head hurts. Oh my gosh, what's happening to me? My chest is, I'm having heart flutters and all this stuff. You're having that. That's because things that need to be moved out of that heart space need to be released. So that's why it's all about forgiveness and releasing things in this energy today. Just release it and be in this creator alignment right here. We're all about right now the unified, the attract, and purpose. This is the moon about purpose. What is your purpose? So now we can take all those medicine days when we did the 15-day challenges of this and 15-day challenges of that, and we did the 15 days or the 18 days of the sacred purpose work. Now that energy is coming forward, so you can start to tie it in with this going into August. So we have all this energy that's building up so that you can really create the reality that you desire to be in. And it means you shift yourself to that higher timeline and know that it's done. You're choosing to experience that. But the minute when you deflect your attention over to the lower vibration, now your attention's over there. Now your energy is over there. It's not over here. It's over there now. So you just need to kind of take it back over here. So just make sure you know that this is where we are right now. And here's the beauty of it. This, when we are in this structure, how it is spiraling, how it's moving. You got one moving this way, you got the other one moving this way, but it's creating this vortex, toroidal energy through the body. So it's pulling in the codes and then allowing the codes to set into the spine itself first. Then it goes into the blood, it goes into the plasma, it goes into the energetic space of the body. But when these codes are coming in, you're feeling all that. Your whole system is being rewired. You have to be if you are desiring to go to the higher realm. And not just 5. Be outside the box. 6, 7, 8, 9. Go higher. Okay? You give yourself permission to be that cosmic divine being. Period. Give yourself that. But be in that divine timeline magical alignment. I just love that. Let's just call it that. We're going to start using that here at Be So Light. So that is that energy for that. So let's just take a look. And I'm just really happy with my tambourines. I'm going to just rip it up. It's just something. Can I say this? It's just something. If you've never picked up a tambourine, and I'm telling you right now, when you do get your hand on a tambourine, you're going to be like this. And then all of a sudden, there's going to be, like, this has a cellular memory to know what to do, what it's going to do. And then your body, because you probably in the past life, somewhere did the tambourine. Somewhere in your time, somewhere in the past, you were very connected to it. It's going to come out so naturally, and you're going to feel like this rush of energy going through your body. You're going to be like, and you might just go, woo! You know, I don't know. Anyway. Just saying. Had to really restrain myself there in the store. What do I do? You know, sometimes that's what we need. We as women need to do that. It is our primal calling and whipping up the energy. That's what we sometimes need to do. Sometimes you just get tired of, oh, we gotta, what's my numbers on my Instagram? Well, I ain't got time for that. Let's just whip it up like we used to. You know, we just kind of get tribal, and we got into our tribe essence and our calling, and that's when we made things happen. We're not into all this, oh, let me plan this out on my, oh, let me see, oh, let me write this out. No, we were very into our tribal energy, and that energy is what really brought in change in our communities, in our village, and everywhere where we were. That brought in change. When all the women would come together in unity, came together in womb power. And yeah, we just got that. We are divine beings, okay? Born divine. Nothing, I don't care who you are. When you're born with that essence of woman energy and it is in you, that energy is just raw. It's creational energy. We can change anything. Hey, lovely. We can change a lot of things. Oh, wow. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Solar plexus 3. The heaven realm is talking about our solar plexus. And then the throat chakra. Look at this. Speaking it, making it true. Then we turn around and it goes like this into individuality. Being on our individuality, which means showing up as truth as yourself, being in the truth of yourself. Because that is where the frequency is. Can you stand in truth and honor of yourself and represent that? You know, a lot of people waver. They're too busy trying to appease other people. But can you really just stand in truth and honor of you? Can you do that and not care about what they say? Just show up as you and not care. Let's see what that says. Because the energy we're in right now, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors and delays, waiting. This is good. Oh, yep. Shut up. Okay, so we got solar plexus as the consciousness of what we're all working with. And then we turn around and we get slammed with the universe. What is the universe saying to you? How is it communicating? What is that? It's in the communication of. Then, because we're talking about how he shows up here on earth, we got to speak our truth. But then again, we're moving on. Moving on. Mm, 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 mm. Moving on. We have individuality, but then it's all about the environment. Okay? But look at this. We have 11, and then we got 44 over here. We got those two master numbers here. Okay? That creates that change. So, and also, let's just pay attention here. Here's a 3. Here's a 3. 3 and 3. Okay? Numbers talk. Let's see, how do we just keep moving forward within this energy for this weekend? This weekend is kind of in a lull. It's kind of like energy of all of us have like this choice and decision to make on how you are going to show up and let your energy flow. Then there's what is the intention to get our attention, energy, and how that is going to move us in that space. So there's going to be a lot of kind of like that. It's kind of like this getting you in a panic, and then you're like, what? But just stay, oh, see, here we go. Stay true to the self. Here we go. There you go. Oh, okay, you guys ready? This is what it is. So we got solar plexus. Then we have the universe. And then we have triumph. And that is a number 1, triumph. So it is the success of that, how it is moving forward. We're moving in that forward. That's what that movement is. Because it's from that throat chakra we were speaking. We're moving on. But here is also the sacral creation, that sacral. Now, what's interesting, you got this is what's interesting. These two line up. The heaven card is this, and then how it turns up on earth is this. You got the 1 and the 2. So there's that 3 energy, and then in that trinity is what is being manifested in that trinity energy. So when the environmental card and then the individuality card, hi Grace, comes in, it talks about the karmic. It talks about the completion. But look at this. When we got this 10 here, even though that's the 10, it still has that 1 energy. The 0 makes it more strong, but it's also about what's the new cycle that we want to step in. If we're going to be doing this, then what are we creating as a more positive thing to step in? How are we completing the old cycles? So the old cycles, wow, this is like dead on, you guys. This is like telling a story. It's like, yeah, this is the story. I'm going to do one more lay on top of that. Let's see how will it show itself. Oh, here it goes. One's getting ready to fall. Okay, we're just going to take that one. I like it when they just jump or slide by themselves. And then we're just going to look at how the earth card shows up. Okay, another bridge card. Okay, let's see. Material, ooh. Material and spiritual prosperity. We got a release card. We got pride. Okay, so here's the story. We got solar plexus. We got the universe. We are triumph. And now it moves into the material spiritual prosperity, having it, being happy, moving in the flow of that. But here, when it shows up on earth, it's like we speak the truth of our throat. We're moving on the sacral energy of creation and then releasing what doesn't serve, to release the bondage, to release the there's a word that they're showing. To be released from the artificial cocoon of old limitation, control, and manipulating energy. So when we step out of, when we're stepping into the gating of individuality, and then it's dealing with the environment and then completing the karmic energy, we step into the pride of the self, but also this is a 1 and a 9 that creates that 10 energy. But when we break it down, we see an ending and we see a new beginning. So do we take pride in our work? Do we take ownership for what is the cultivation of our reality that we're choosing to be in? And how do we show up in that? What is that for us? So in the She Tarot, what crosses the whole thing, and then we'll see what the ancestors have for us. They were pretty dead on this morning when I asked the questions of what's my day? Okay, the She Tarot says we step into power. We step into the power. And that is that 1 and 4, which is that 5 energy, stepping into power. What tops to power is being the dream weaver. Now, these are 2 5 energies back to back. Being the dream weaver. Okay. And then the last card for that is getting the satisfaction. The number 9, the outcome, the satisfaction. That tiger that represents that strength and that power. It stands in the power of itself and doesn't shy away from itself. So the ancestors today will give us a say of today, even though we honor today as Yamaye. Let's just see what the ancestors have to say in final words. Mother God, miracles in motion. This is very pretty. Miracles in motion. Very, very pretty. I love this. So this is number 42. That's a 6. That's balance and home. That's that beautiful Ma'at energy that we're already in. And this is all about all things are possible from the 18th century. All things are possible. How this shows up. The trust your inner voice. Trusting in that inner voice. Okay. Trusting in the inner voice. So I like that. I like this. This was a good read for this. It's all about staying true to the self, all of you. It really is. It's not settling, and it's not creating this energy of just kind of sitting by on it. But here's the thing. Whatever you are experiencing right now, where do you see yourself? Now, for 2 days, I have done that work on working with that divine inner child and talking about that connection. And then stepping into that space of that. What are some of the things you've noticed since you did that? And have you noticed how you're feeling in your body differently? I mean, today it was really nice to just be out and about. And, you know, I had some time to go and I had my mind set on certain things that I wanted to get. So one of the things I want to invite all of you to do on Monday, and I know some of you will be working, so on Monday, those of you that have time, you'll still have to go to galacticspiralite.com, hit the WordPress symbol to go get the codes for our Zoom. We're going to have another Zoom meeting at 9 o'clock on Monday because that's a portal day. And this is the one where we're going to actually set the intention of the energy to go forward for when we start in August 1st for the water ceremony. Now, remember, if you're going to participate in this, you're going to want to make sure you have something, if not a shell. Hold on. This is my water shell that I'll be using for the ceremony. Now, this, when I do the water ceremony, especially when I do it in person with people, hands down, things happen. Things shift for people all the time. So because this was given to me as a gift, therefore this gift, because I dedicated it to prayers and water, it does not disappoint. It really doesn't. So I'm going to be using this as my 7 days of water prayers, putting that in there. And when we're talking about using our divine Heka for the words that we're using as the creation, what is it that we want this world to be? And not, we're going to take that word want. What are we claiming we want to have in this world? We desire safety for our children. We desire good health. We desire freedom from a system, an artificial system where other people have been living off of us financially. We want out of that system. We don't want you pulling and living off of us anymore. We don't want you trading us in the system anymore. We didn't agree to that. We didn't agree to that. You guys constructed that system and made it all come down. And made every single human that has had something taken out money-wise on them, it all be given back to them. Oh, did you guys see that? Oh my God. That was a big orb. That was truth. Oh my gosh, did you see that orb? It just went, whoom. May it all be given back. As soon as I was talking about, let it all be given back to every human that was treated some kind of way in the system, done wrong, working yourself to death. So let there be a correction. Let the wrongs be made right. And that's what we want to see. We want to see our waters clean. We want to see and be able to have healthy food. We want, whenever someone is not feeling well, they have the right to get the healing that they need, and they become healthy. They become healed in their bodies. Anything that's out there to help someone heal from something, let it come forward and be presented. And stop with the shenanigans of dumping pills in people's mouths so you can make money off of it. We are no longer witnessing that. We are cultivating and creating a unity of living like in the days of Lemurian, like in the days of the higher consciousness before it all got destroyed. But we're going to do it right this time. And we're not going to let where technology comes in and takes over everything. There has to be a balance. There has to be a balance. There cannot be where beings constantly keep ruling over us. We are sovereign divine beings, and we have every right to be noticed as that. Period. Period. So, thank you. and sister ones, that beautiful orb just flew right in front. So ready to go, ready to rock and roll here. I was like, whoa! So that's what you want your prayers to be about. What you're creating when you're talking into the water. When you pull the water up, if you don't have a shell, you can have a beautiful glass, but make sure that glass stays as a part of your medicine. Okay? Stays as a part of your medicine. You're not going to take that glass, scoop water, and then go drink a shake or something out of it the next day. No. That stays with your medicine, with your water bowl, or your water jar that you're going to be pouring the water in. So you're going to have your bowl of water, you scoop that up, you talk into it, and you put your prayers into it. And then you pour it into your water jar. And then you put the lid on your water jar, and then that goes into your medicine room, or it sits on your altar. And I would cover it in a beautiful like purple cloth, just because you want to shield it from any kind of noise or music going on. If you got kids running around, or if you have someone that comes home and they really talk about their jobs and stuff, you don't want that, what you just prayed about and everything, to be picking up that vibration. So make sure you put it on an altar that's going to be dedicated for this process. You can put it on your crystal altar, because it'll be with a whole bunch of crystals, and it'll be nice and shielded and amplified. Okay? So really start getting prepared for this, because August 1st will be here before you know it. And then we're going to be full swing stepping into that medicine. So all of the material of each day will be here on YouTube, but we are doing a private Zoom on Monday at 9. But you have to go to galacticspirallight.com. And thank you, those of you that ordered my books. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. You have to go to galacticspirallight.com, go all the way down the landing page, all the way down at the very bottom, and hit the little waves. That's the WordPress, to go get the codes, so that you have the codes to come into the Zoom session. Now, when we come into the Zoom, we set the intention, we get ourselves grounded and centered. We do either oiling or spray, whichever. But we set the intention, and this is going to be about setting the intention so that we are ready to go forward with this medicine. So if something should happen, lovelies, okay, everyone in the Be So Light tribe, something should happen and we're not able to communicate, but you are able to go on the signal and find the info, and I put info there or something, it'll be kind of spotty, however it's going to be happening. You know automatically on August 1st, no matter what, all of us are doing the water, no matter what. Okay, you're going to do the prayer, collect it, put it in the bowl or the jar and cover it. If you have a bowl, you want to cover that, and just keep it somewhere sacred. And you don't need like a whole bunch of water. You can just take and put some of the water in there, speak your divine words into it, and then when you're pouring it, you're saying, it is done. This is my prayer of today. Okay. So we're going to be focusing our intentions. What is it that you are creating? How do you want that to show up for you? Okay. And it's all about anchoring this light on the new timelines of Mother Earth. Okay. That's what this intention is for. Because as soon as we get all of it collected, on the 8th, we are releasing it. It is as above, so below. So when we're doing this medicine, you are in the above. Okay? You're in the above. You're cultivating, you're collecting, you're setting intentions, you're in that energy above. Then when you're pouring it into the vessel to hold it. Okay? After we're done on that 7th day, you have done your last prayer. On that morning of the 8th, this is when all of us will release it. So we've just taken everything of intentions here, and now we're going to release the divine words of light into the earth or into the water. And then we're just going to stand back and go like this. Let's watch what happens. And we're all going to witness what you created and how it shows up for you on your positive timeline. Okay? Because whatever you're creating is not only just about you, it's about everybody else that would benefit from it. That would benefit of the energy of it, of the motivation of it, of the inspiration of it. Whatever that frequency that you're going to represent is going to emanate out. And that's powerful. We got this. That's all there is to it. Period. All right, lovelies. Anyway, I bid you all a wonderful day. Now watch how many of you are going to go get it. I got to get one of those. And remember, this is breaking up the really bad stuff. Send it away. So everyone have a wonderful evening. Sleep well tonight. It is like a little bit at 6. What is it over here? 5:54 over here. California land where there's fires all over the place. I don't know. At this point, it's like, and then moving the homeless, what they're doing with the homeless, they're just pulling up all their belongings and dumping it into the dumpster. But they're not placing the homeless somewhere to get the help that they need. Nisa, what the hell are you doing? Anyway, on that note, that's why we're doing the work we're doing. All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. Sleep well tonight and enjoy your dream world. Set your intentions on what you want to know in your dream world. Please remember to ask for your divine codes to be activated, your soul codes to come in, and your star codes. Oh, yeah. These planets and those stars are doing their thing. Ask for your star codes. Okay? Everyone, be good to yourself. Much love. Thank you for being here on Be So Light. Like and subscribe. With much love. I'll see you soon. Hopefully tomorrow. Bye.